Ready? Okay. Oopsie, that's not how we do this. Hello and welcome back to Leah Tries. Today I'm going to be talking about happiness, which I know is a really vague topic, but I'm going to just be covering sort of a general overview about what I think about happiness and sort of my understanding of how to attain it and how to keep it. Happiness isn't about being happy all the time. In my opinion, it's about learning to be happy with where you are, appreciating yourself, others, and life with all the imperfections that go with it, and paving your way forward with focused goals, which I will talk more about later in this video. Happiness has to do with a mindset that is gentle and forgiving where appropriate, and strong and powerful when needed. Gentleness and forgiveness can be for yourself. You can learn to live with yourself the way you are and forgive yourself for your imperfections. It can be about accepting others where they are or accepting a situation and learning to live with it. Strength and power is what you balance it with. It can be the strength to question yourself and your actions and to see where your shortcomings are. It can be about setting challenges for yourself to get to a point where you can improve yourself. It's a tough balancing act, and these qualities you need to embrace seem quite opposite. And a part of life is learning how to use these qualities to move forward constructively. But enough of that for now. I will be summarizing how I break down my life and the steps that I take in order to have a happy existence. But first of all, a disclaimer. I am not happy all the time, as you will see in this video. I talk about mental health, about life in general, and what I've learned. And this video isn't meant to give you some sort of magic cure for depression or for sadness or for having a tough time. It's just about how to deal with life and how to get through it and to grow from it. As you can see, my setup is a little bit different today. I'm obviously in a different place. I have a little bit different lighting. My sound system that I'm using is still the same. I haven't gotten any feedback that told me that this was more annoying than having them in my ears. So for now, I'm going to be sticking with that until I get a new mic, which is hopefully the first thing that I'm getting. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the setup. Let me know what you think about the location. Is the other one better for you, or do you prefer this one? The lighting here isn't as good as my previous location, but I will hopefully be going back there next time. So life goals are what give you a sense of purpose. In order to set the right goals, though, you need to know yourself and you need to know where you sort of fit into the world. It can be a really scary realization that you are just one person and one life and that you are expected to do something with it. Especially nowadays when the world has opened up so much to everyone. We grow up with endless information at our fingertips and we're supposed to know how to deal with it. We have 7 billion voices all wanting to be heard and noticed, and if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. The good news is that the world is so big that we prioritize what is in front of us. That is where our mundane life comes from, our daily ups and downs and our normal ins and outs. But your purpose and your goals can be anything you want them to be. That creates a whole other problem though, because you have so many possibilities, it feels impossible to choose. But the other great news that I almost forgot to tell you is that there isn't only one field that will suit you. There isn't only one field that's the be-all and the end-all of things. Later in this video, I will be talking more about perspective, knowing yourself, and how all of this can help you to choose the right life goals. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is your mental and physical health. So the first thing that I want to talk about is physical health. And I made a little acronym, which is kind of embarrassing, but I thought it was appropriate. And it's SEAL, S-E-E-L, sleep, eating, exercise, and listening to your body. Okay, so first of all, sleep. I know that this is probably something that you've heard everywhere and from everyone, but sleep is so important. It's important to have a really good routine. It's important to make sure that you get enough hours of sleep per night according to your age group. Eating right can mean different things for different people, and I've spoken about this before in my self-image video as well. Exercise is also a vital thing to spend your time on. It is really important to stay active. It can have so many benefits. It can help with depression, it can help with anxiety, it can help you just to get some space from the people in your life when you need it. Listen to your body. So this one is the one that I would say ties all the other things in together. It's really important that you listen to your body so that you know when something's wrong. Listening to your body can range from, like I said, sleeping, eating, and exercise, or it can even be about going to the doctor when you feel sick, taking the right vitamins, making sure you have the correct supplements. All of these things can have a really big effect on your physical health, as well as your mental health, so it's very important to keep them in mind. There are so many parts to mental health, and I will definitely be making more videos discussing individual parts of this. My mental health has not always been 100%. And it's something that I live with successfully now, but it is something that I do struggle with on a pretty consistent basis. And I think that everyone who has ever dealt with a mental illness knows this, that even when you start feeling better, when you start feeling more like yourself, it always feels like it's just a lead up to feeling awful again. And that's a mindset that's really difficult to deal with, and it's something that makes you incredibly negative. There are many mental disorders that have become worryingly common, especially in my generation. Anxiety, depression, OCD. A lot of this comes from the age that we live in. There are 1,000 stresses all around us all the time. Social media shows us that we're meant to be perfect and happy all the time. And that simply isn't true. If you don't accept that, you're naive and you're lying to yourself. Being happy is normal, and so is being sad and angry. We feel a whole spectrum of emotion daily, and it's normal. Remember that it's okay to not be okay. Your life isn't meant to be happy and euphoric all the time. If life were like that, you might actually have a problem. Being sad is normal, and remembering that in my sad moments has always been really comforting to me. It will pass, and being nice to yourself about having a bad time will help you attain happiness once again. Your social life. Your social life includes friends and family. Remember that everyone is a whole person. You might know a side to them, or you might think you know who they are, but us humans are complex beings. I don't think most people even know themselves, much less other people that we see from a distance. I suppose what I mean with all of this is that you should live with a sense of forgiveness for yourself and for others. And here's another disclaimer. This does not mean that you should allow repeated bad behavior to be inflicted on you. It's all about perspective. Perspective. Know yourself and always stay open to learning. Knowing yourself, in my opinion, is a fundamental part of being happy. Knowing yourself is like most things in life. It isn't an attainable badge that you can stick on your forehead and wham bam, there you go, you're happy forever and you know yourself and you're good. It doesn't really work like that. It's a constant battle, similar to self-image, and it will always require effort from you. But once you know yourself, the following will happen. You will start to realize what pushes your buttons and what doesn't. This will help you to decide which direction to go in when setting your goals. You will learn to laugh at yourself and not to take things too seriously. Two qualities that I think are very important as well. Perspective is about learning to take the good things out of life, and I know how cliche it sounds. It sounded even more cliche when I said it out loud. But yeah, perspective is what can make the difference between a happy and a sad person. They say that money isn't happiness, and I think that is about perspective. I think that it's about the fact that if your mindset is wrong, it doesn't matter what circumstance you find yourself in. And I think the same goes for when your mindset is right. If you have the correct mindset, it doesn't matter what situation you find yourself in, because you know that you will be okay. You know that you will make it through it. You know that every mistake is just something that you learn from. And that's something that I will be talking more about. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was just like a general overview. I tried to write down a little bit less this time, so I hope that it doesn't come across as too jumbled up. I'm still going to try and add headings to everything. I've been trying to play with basically just how I record these videos in order to make it more natural for myself. So please give me feedback, let me know what you think. I'm also really keen to make a lot more videos, especially before university starts for me, which is in about 2-3 weeks, something like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Comment if you have anything you want me to do. Comment if there's anything that you want to add, or if you want to ask anything. I'm really excited to hear from you guys. I also want to say thank you so much to the people that have been commenting, the people that have been watching and liking. It means so much to me, and the feedback is really priceless. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Oh my god, okay. We grew up with endless... Really? Whether it's only that 3 okay, 3, 2, 1. But the 3, 2, 1% that